सीड
सी है ये एस
हाँ
लगा
SSER
एगो बढ़िया था हो जो बोले था तुम तुम कर ले आन ले 20 रुपया ले लो 20 रुपया ले लो कैसे बोरी कैसे क्या मालूम है 40 रुपया का इतने बदल गया तो आधा किलो दे लो अभी अभी बैंगन के लिए तो बोला 50 रुपया बैंगन का है और इधर कुछ पटल तो बोला तो 60 रुपया वो भी 60 रुपया बना तो
आज तो नहीं पढ़ लो दिनवा में पढ़ा दो एक ये भी समय पढ़ा दो 2 टाइम ठीक हो
दिन में स्कूल से आने के बाद स्कूल से आएंगे सोचते दिन आपको पढ़ा
बड़ा बड़ा टाइम निकालता तो पढ़ाई दिन
तुरंत आना मेरे पास
भाई पास नहीं
GARANER
और ऐसे पंखा ना जगह तो जगह माथा पकड़ ले समझ गई ना ठंडवा में या तो दिन में ठंडा पानी में या तो रात को पंखा चल के चला ऐसे तो दिन पंखा समझ गई ने वैसे भी तो देख सकते कितने ने तो मच्छर काटेगा हम जलवन वजह से टेबुल ने देखा ने अब ये सर कुछ नाम उधर सुताई कहते हैं माथा में ठंडा लग जाए समझ नहीं आता दिन भर पानी में रही डूबत जैसी रात के पंखा से बदल ठंडा में दिन भर माथा दर्द के करिए ना पंखा चल बकोला ठंडा लग जाकर रात उठा दे लेकिन ज्यादा चर्बी चुगे लगो देंगे हम
बोना के
हां आप खोल तो कपड़ा खोल के सूत
तो फिर मच्छर काटे लगता
मच्छरदानी बांध लो
हां
मच्छरदानी बांध ले
अब लगा ले मच्छर दे ठीक बगम पर है मच्छर का काटो मच्छर ना मच्छर लगा पंखा लेकिन चालू ना करो बिना ना करो
पंखा हम लोग चालू करे बंद कर दिए पंखा
और माथा ठंडा लग जाए दिन भर माथा दर्द के दिन भर पानी बहे आ फिर
तबीयत अबे ऊपर से ठंडा और बढ़ा दे
मच्छर ठीक बोलो मच्छर ना लगा दे तू आराम बकोरा ठंडा खेला लाइक लगा मौसम का मौसम का जल्दी हो रहा है नजर टिकट में वाला ठंडवा अन्ना मांगू ना रखले उत्तर रात ना हां रे
लेता है क्यों चद्दर जो देता है लेगा नहीं सकता
मैं ठंडा ना बर्दाश्त हो ना गर्मी बर्दाश्त हो दोनों हम सारी बर्दाश्त हो ठंडा में माथा पकड़ तो गर्मी में उल्टी माथा दर्द हो
हमारा कितना अभी है तो स्टार्टिंग में ही परसों रात के कितना 2 बजे से होने जो उल्टी पैखाना फिर सवेरे कुछ खेलिए ना तब ठीक हो पूरा एकदम ठंडा बहुत गड़िया से ले लियो मीट मछली खेलियो दिनवा में फिर आते उधर से गाँव से लिए तो आते फिर इधर आके खा लियो मीट मछली और फिर रतिया में फिर खा लियो खा लियो आके पानी उनी फिर गड़िए से लियो ना थोड़ा ठंडा उंडा अनपच हो गलो
अभी बर्दाश्त नहीं होला अभी गड़िया में अभी कर को समय ला तो तरह गर्जन तरह हवा बर्दाश्त न करे
श्रीलंका की कोलंबो में अंतर्राष्ट्रीय दिव्यांग क्रिकेट महासंग्राम का अनवरत होगा जिसमें राज्य के 3 खिलाड़ी जंग दिखाएंगे केरल और 70 मशीन लेजेंड के साथ आज राष्ट्रीय प्रतियोगिता के लिए चयनित मुकाबले के महावीर मोदी रामगढ़ के ऐसे और शाहजहां से नाजिर से मुलाकात की इस अवसर पर उन्होंने तीनों खिलाड़ियों को स्वर्ण
क्या वो लिख लिया?
किया और
एक है लिखा।
बेहतर प्रदर्शन की शुभकामनाएं दी। धरती आबा भगवान बिरसा मुंडा की जयंती 15 नवंबर को जनजातीय गौरव दिवस के रूप में मनाई जाएगी। पिछले कुछ वर्षों में देश में जनजातीय समाज के उत्थान के दिशा में कई पहल किए हैं। झारखंड राज्य की रजत जयंती वर्ष में दाखिल हो चुका है। केंद्र सरकार की पहल पर धरती आबा जनजातीय संरक्षण अभियान का संचालन किया जा रहा है, जिसका लाभ पूरी जिले के 403 गांवों को मिल रहा है।
लिखा पढ़ मोड़ा चार तक बैठा नहीं है। टाइम ना मिले शायद लगा याद है ना।
आगे सारा सर लेने वो तो मादर चल लो तंग कर दिमाग खराब कर लिया। आगे गुस्सा नहीं है तो
Quarters are down. Your team's absolutely on fire. Help me! Help me!
Double takedown.
क्या क्या
तो सब बता छोड़ दे भाता ना खेली ना। हां भातवा डरले खाली 1 बजे से 2 बजे खत्म हो गया। हां नहीं खाएगा।
Free Fire India is back in the world. It's not safe on the real world. Don't worry if you're eliminated. Follow me.
Teams are rolling. Let's see where they land. Head there. Head there.
ना ना वो नहीं तो कुड़िया। हां अलवा से जाए अकेले की बोल अकेला का फिर खुद जाए लागो ला अंदर को खोपड़ दे। In the beginning the sky was grey and nothing to do and nothing
Got a cut!
in the beginning the sky was grey and nothing to do nothing and
ignite fears of a new armed race. Emphasize further cement their prosperous partnership. All that and much more coming up on Donald Trump speaks. About the United States' appetite for intervention overseas. Aman Kumar Nancy reports. Thousands and thousands of Christians have been killed. Radical Islamists are responsible for this mass slaughter.
It all started on the 2nd of November when President Trump instructed the U.S. Department of War to prepare for military action against Nigeria. He wrote on Truth Social, if we attack, it will be fast, vicious, and sweet, just like the terrorist thugs attack our cherished Christians, warning the Nigerian government that will move fast. He added, for good measure, that the U.S. could dispatch troops to Nigeria and carry out airstrikes to tackle the Islamist terrorist groups that are behind the killings of Christians there.
समझ में आ रहा है उसको बोल रहे हैं
Wow, full team's back from the ashes.
Preparing for action. The possibility of a new U.S. military engagement across the Atlantic. Others worried that the unilateral U.S. strike could destabilize Africa's most populous country.
नियरिंग
He alleged that Christians in Nigeria faced an existential crisis and that radicals
इंड पढ़ेंगे कदा
responsible for the killings. U.S. United Jews demanded that Nigeria be declared as a country that violates religious freedom. Nigeria denied all allegations. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu
nothing to do,
said
nothing
that Nigeria's very identity
Wow, full team's back from the ashes.
Constitution, and that the Constitution guarantees the protection of all religions. Nigeria's foreign minister chimed in.
What we've done is we've articulated what our Constitution says about religious freedom, what our federal laws say about religious freedom, and you know what this Nigeria's constitutional commitment to religious freedom and rule of law. All the answers are in there. And
the sky was grey and
Capturing the revival point.
nothing to do. They are nothing to nothing. नहीं
नहीं
हम गलत पढ़
नहीं पता है
government of Nigeria at any level.
measuring the need
By
of
international society
of
for
the
civil
day,
liberties and the rule of law.
measuring
Written
the
statements
need
Christian life
of
between
the
January
day.
and August.
What
President
is
has since
the
designated
win
Nigeria as a country of particular
win
concern
D O
for its alleged
D O
violations of
D
religious freedom
D
and
O
persecution of
D
Christians.
A L D Y T
Conversely, other countries
ये जो आज जो
designated
लिखा हुआ है हम
include
लिख किया
China,
है बताइए
Myanmar, North Korea, Russia, and Pakistan. Nigeria was first placed on the list by the US in 2020.
Wow, full team's back from the ashes.
On Christians. The designation was lifted in 2023 in what many saw as a way to
बिगनिंग है वो
ties between the US and
ये वाला
Nigeria arrested
वाला
visit by the then US
ई
Secretary
का
of State Antony
डी ए की
Blinken.
ए
On 5th November,
डी
Nigeria's
की ए
president rejected
DADDY daddy.
डी ए डल डी वाई डेडी
and based on
डी ए डल डी वाई डेडी
Nigeria,
DD killed into the crowd everyone
is mostly inhabited by
face we are in grace
In central Nigeria, herder and farmer communities clash over access to resources such as water and land for pasture.
Help me!
Muslims and farmers are Christians.
into
The United States Commission
the
on International
crowd
Freedom Violence
everyone
Muslims and Christian populations in large numbers. According to the US-based Armed Conflict Reporting,
Like that. All teams
there
gone!
have been
Looks like they're fleeing snuff
20,409
that.
deaths from 11,862 attacks against civilians in Nigeria between January 2020 and September 2025. It includes 385 attacks on Christians that left 317 of them dead. There were few attacks on Muslims, but far more ended
Wow!
up dead.
Full teams back to the ashes.
417 Muslims died from 196 attacks on them. Statistics apart, the problem that Trump has spoken out against is real. The hardline Islamist terrorist group Boko Haram and its offshoots have waged a brutal insurgency in northern Nigeria since 2009. Boko Haram hit headlines globally in 2014 after it kidnapped 276 girls from
crowd
Head there!
Borno. Its international Green campaign. 11 years on, more than 50 of those girls have
crowd
still been
everyone
found. Nigeria's military has been fighting the insurgency for years. The corruption, human rights abuses, and the Nigerian government's perceived neglect of the Christians has undermined the country's military campaign against the Islamists. Adding to the strain, several states in the north of the country enforce harsh blasphemy laws that target Christians, Muslims, and minority Muslim sects alike.
in
The
Delhi
240
into
million
the
people
crowd
bound by colonial
everyone
borders and a history of military rule, Nigeria's internal strains are inevitable, and religion is far from the only fault line. Over the years, Nigeria has faced violence from regional and ethnic groups such as the
Blame it for your teammate. Who's gonna bring home the trophy?
in the southwest and the Eastern Security Network in southeast Biafra that seeks to carve out an independent state from Nigeria's east. Some analysts see an economic angle and the fallout of colonialism in the violence in
लोग करा दे तो
Nigeria.
फटके रोटे बना
Nigeria
दे
gained freedom from the British in 1960. The colonial masters left behind a legacy of deep communal fault lines, inequality, and an education system enforced
और इतना
top-down.
खिला दे गमला रोक दे
Northern Nigeria was
हाँ
disadvantaged.
वही वाला
Inequality is still very high in Nigeria. Nigeria is among the largest economies in Africa and crucially the continent's biggest oil producer. It is home to the Dangote Petroleum Refinery,
Big
Africa's
Daddy
largest.
came into
On
the
1st
crowd
November, Dangote
everyone
announced that it would ramp up protection as Nigeria tries to cut down oil imports. Some other analysts suggested that President Trump's sudden interest in Nigeria is motivated more by developments in Washington, D.C. The plight of Christians in Nigeria has become a lightning rod for evangelical Christians in the U.S., who
crowd
are a vital part of President Trump's political base. It aligns with a pattern where President Trump's
since
foreign
they
policy
near
are closely
and
linked to his
Mary
domestic
and
political
we
priorities,
are
such as keeping drugs and migrants out, as seen in the simultaneous threat against Venezuela or helping fight South African refugees. And with all the blame games and threats directed at Nigeria, China has stepped forward to stand by.
Monstrous! Team elimination streak is smoking hot.
China opposes interference by the country in the internal affairs of other nations, under the pretext of religion or human rights, and opposes arbitrary use of sanctions and threats for
Big
use of
Daddy
force.
came into
A
the
key member of
crowd
China's
everyone
Nigeria has
then
become
they are
central to
great
Beijing's growing influence on the African continent.
we are
With
great
more than $1.3
and we
billion
are
in
married
highlights its deep economic interests and its broad strategic rivalry with the US. Just hours after President Trump's address, police in
Help me!
the US capital launched a 3-month operation by such efforts are not sufficient into tackling the state of insecurity across Nigeria before, considering the number of lives that were lost daily. Nigeria has said that it would welcome U.S. assistance in fighting armed groups as long as its territorial integrity is respected. Aman Kumar Himanshu for DD India.
We have more nuclear weapons than any other country. Wrong. Russia, not the US, has the largest number of nuclear weapons in the world.
Crowd, everyone faints.
Wrong. Russia tested 2 new weapons capable of carrying nuclear weapons. More than that, Elizabeth, it's interesting to you right now. So again, there is no evidence of Chinese nuclear weapons since 1996. What China is doing though is testing nuclear-capable missiles. In other words, much of what US President Donald Trump claims is, to borrow from him, fake news. Trump has just proved himself when he sounds alarmist, but seriously, is Trump dragging the world into a new arms race?
Like that.
Whole team's gone. Looks like they're fleeing snuffed out.
अब मोर्चा लगा दी उसके बेटा
हाँ?
मोर्चा लगा लगा दिला
के घंटा सिखा दिए
South Korea,
चार
30th October.
बरांडा अंडा और वो बना दे
President Xi Jinping of China. This is to be their first in-person meeting in 6 years and the first in President Trump's second term in office. President Trump
अब तो अभी खबर क्या अब
Blazing showdown. Final champion's about to be crowned.
Like that.
Blazing showdown. The final champ.
4th Street, I'm instructed the Department of War to start testing our nuclear
ये कुछ वो भी